Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Daddy Zeev, and today I'm going to be putting out a tutorial, a simple tutorial on the basics of the Conduit class, which is the electric element. This is a rapid fire runic efficiency class. I'm going to be going over all four skills: potential energy, overload, power surge, and secondary strike. And then I will also include some of my preferences with the runes. So here we are in Practice Island. I am going to go ahead and just level up to the second skill level so I can show you guys the differences that you get. Actually, we'll go to third. I'm going to show you the differences in the last level, the level 4 one, because it is sort of cool. I'm going to pick up the legendary teleportation rune, lowered cooldown, and then get some high level equipment so I run fast and have mana efficiency. And just grab the legendary electrical gauntlet. So here we are. We have the spell and the sorcerer cast. If you guys aren't familiar with this, go to my channel videos. You can check out any overview of the basics. But within Conduit, we have the spell, which is a nice zap. This is a very quick auto attack, and almost as you cast it, it hits them where your reticle is. So if, say she was flying, it is lightning. It will hit her almost as soon as you cast it. So unlike some other classes, let's say Pyromancer, you have really big fireballs that travel a little slowly. If she was moving, I would have to predict her path. With lightning, you track. You really don't have to predict where she's gonna be. You need to track where she is. With Tempest as well, you sort of have to have a slight prediction of where they are because wind moves a little bit slower than light. So that is the spell that comes with Conduit. The sorcery cast is Lightning Strike, which is a simple circle spell that brings down lightning on the opponent and shocks them, dealing 20 damage after a short delay before coming down. So I'll show you here. She is shocked. What does shocking do? It creates a type of disability in spell casting. It disables them and puts them in an extremely vulnerable state that you can capitalize on and make sure that you down an opponent or get a very strong spell off on them. Maybe you have a stone gauntlet. This is a good time to smash the ground. Maybe you have an arcane, no gauntlet, just smack them, throw a little, yeah, well. So let's go over the skills. The first skill is potential energy. Potential energy increases the damage of every bolt until you stop casting, with a max of 5 damage increase. So the bolt is your lightning bolt, your simple auto attack. And what does this mean? So here I cast once. That is an 11 damage bolt. Now if I cast twice, it incrementally increases the damage by 1. So it can go up to 16 in this case. But then it stops at 16, but it continues. Now, you don't have to hit the consecutive shots for the damage to increase because it is just a cast, not a hit. So if let's say I hit once and I miss, but then I go back to her. So I hit once for 11, missed a whole bunch of times, and then I go back and it still does 16 damage because I have already casted the amount of times it takes to increment your damage up. So that is potential energy, a very cool ability, because that might seem like a small amount of damage, but over time you strike very quickly with lightning and it does add up. So the next skill is overload, which overload increases your rune's charge. A rune charge is using a rune multiple times. If you look in the middle where my teleportation rune is, on the bottom part of the screen, teleportation has 3 charges right now. Why does it have 3? I have runic efficiency on. It's a talent that also increases the rune charge by 1. This is a way to get 3 charges of a rune within a game. but you can only get 3 within the Conduit class. Any other class is only capable of getting 2 rune charges. So if I lower my charge, let's say just down to 1, so we're at a normal amount, and then I cast my sorcery cast, Lightning Strike, you do not have to hit anybody, so keep this in mind. It increases my rune charge by 2. It went up to 3 because runic efficiency just came off a cooldown, but you can gather the idea there. Now this is a very cool ability because I'll show you on a rune real quick, but right here I'm gonna show you, in sake of secondary strike, the lightning strike only hits once. Now secondary strike, the final skill, increases your lightning strike by 4 strikes. This is insane. At late game, the circles get really small, and dropping a lightning strike that consecutively hit your opponent for 5 times makes a 100 damage cast, which is an amazing cast. I think it might be one of the highest damaging casts in the game now that I think about it. If you can keep them within that radius. As a squad, maybe your friends can disable them or slow them to keep them within that. It can just demolish a little squad. Now, back to Power Surge. No. Okay, back to Overload. The Runic Charge. The cool thing about this is, let's say I pick up a high cooldown rune, like Flight. Now, when I pick it up, it's going to be on 10-second cooldown. But if I use Lightning Strike, it will automatically put a charge on it. So if you watch, it has a cooldown. But now I have used Lightning Strike, it allows me to have a charge which is automatically usable. So this is an insane manipulation within the game that a lot of players might not know, and it gives you an upper advantage to make you the better battle mage within the arena. So, back to the third skill. I know I'm a little out of order, but it is showing all 4 of them. The third one is, on cast of Lightning Strike, you get 100% free mana for spells. Now your spell is your Lightning Bolt, so keep in mind, Levitation is not a spell. So if you do cast this, I will show you this spell. You can see the mana bar does not diminish until 4 seconds. That is the skill. But if I use Lightning Strike and I try to levitate, my mana is used. So that is something that needs to be kept in mind when you want to become a more advanced conduit mage. Now, just if you guys think about this class, it is a higher potential skill cap class. There's some small things that are finicky, and if you know them, it will give you an upper hand on other conduit mages, but most of all, any player in general. Now, the overload, I'm going to go over my rune preference for conduit. It is specifically teleport for me. Why? With runic efficiency, the talent, you can accumulate 3 charges. 3 charges of a rune. Now, is that 3 charges? Or can we manipulate this class to give us 4 back-to-back teleportations? So why don't we see how far I can get on the map and as quickly as possible with this class. So here we go. I'm going to go as many times as I can, as quickly as I can. So guys, I started here. I am officially across this map almost. And you could see I messed it up, I slowed down a little bit, and I could have maximized the speed just a little bit. But with runic efficiency and this class, you are capable of moving at such a rate. You can go back in the storm, res your teammate. You can chase anybody down. Nobody can get away from you. You can get out of a battle, heal, get back in, and still diminish your opponent till they're in the ground and they have nothing else to do. Once again, I'm going to give one more example and really see how far I can go. So you do have to have that stack. If you want to know how to get 4, you have runic efficiency, you stack it up to 3, and then lightning strike has to be off a cooldown, just like it is going to be in 1 second. Now it is off a cooldown. I'm at the pinnacle of the practice island. Honestly, I think I'd go too far. I don't even think I could cover this whole thing almost. So we will do it very quickly. I can cast now. Now, ooh, whoa. All right. If you take that into perspective, guys, I was right there. I am now over here. I was right there. I am now here. This is a very strong thing. But that is all I have to show for you guys on the Conduit class and what it has to offer. This is one of my favorite elements because it is extremely powerful. You can get creative with it, and people get very annoyed by your lightning bolts. They have very long range. But if you guys like this video and you got something out of it, then go ahead and drop a like. If you think Lightning or Conduit will be one of your favorite classes, say why. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see some other tutorials that I'll be putting out. I'm going to be doing simple tutorials of all elements, and then I'm going to be going into advanced tactics along with combinations that all elements bring to the table. So this is Daddy's Eve. Thank you very much for stopping in, guys. Have a great day.